Hello and welcome back to NoBS. Today we return to talking about a pretty prominent figure in internet politics who has made a pretty big return in this past few weeks after a long break. You see, today we're talking about Jordan Peterson, this Canadian sort of academic slash doctor slash motivational speaker type person, has been a pretty big figure online for the last few years now. I would say about 5 years. He's been relevant since around the start of the 2016 election cycle, maybe around 2015. He may have gone back further, but as far as popularity, Jordan Peterson got pretty big around that time in the beginning of the Trump era. Now, the last year or so, he's had some health issues and he's taken a break from public life, but apparently he's back. He's written a second book that's coming out. That's the spark, and what's going on now is his second book is coming out, and this has caused some people to get triggered. Now, for those who don't know, Jordan Peterson gets people a little upset. He speaks pretty plainly. He seems to take a sort of anti-social justice warrior stance on a lot of things. He's not necessarily like a big Republican or conservative even. He's from Canada. He's actually pretty milquetoast when a lot of people actually think about it, but still he triggers them because he goes against the narrative. He goes against the whole left-wing dogma, SJWs, pro-diversity, anti-straight white people, all that kinds of stuff. He's a family man with kids, family, grandkids, all that stuff. So he kind of really triggers leftists, and I think it's also has to do with him being popular, him being a household name at this point, basically him getting a lot of traction in circles, selling his book, making a lot of money, doing this book tour, and getting supported across the country and the world, really. I mean, that's the reasons why the left hates him, and he's really kind of like this lightning rod. He really triggers them, and that's what we're talking about today, because as his second book is getting ready to come out, some people are talking about how the staffers that work for his publishing company are breaking down in tears because they're publishing this book. It's pretty ridiculous, and it's going to get into a good story here soon. But first, let's take a quick moment to check out our sponsor. Right now, you can get a special offer up to 93% off by using our exclusive link below this video, and Easy Canvas Prints is really going to hook you up. They make really great canvas photo style prints. Really easy too. All you got to do is go to their website, click the link below, you upload a picture, and they're going to take that picture and put it onto this beautiful canvas that's going to make a framed canvas on a square that you can hang up in your home. And this is a great gift idea. This is something awesome to have for this time of year. You could get some canvases for yourself, for your family members, put a picture of your new kid or your family and give it to your mom. So check out the link below, take your photo and upload it to this website, buy their prints, which will also support this show here, and it's going to be a great time for all of us. Great, now that that's out of the way, let's check out more of this story. Jesse has a tweet here that sums things up pretty nicely. It says, multiple Penguin Random House Canada staffers broke down crying because their employer is publishing Jordan Peterson's next book. Now, this is cringe for a number of reasons. I mean, first of all, if you're working at a book publishing company and you cry because a certain book is made, you are ridiculous. You are not an adult. You shouldn't be taken seriously. I mean, these book companies, any kind of publisher, they might publish a book you don't agree with. Sometimes it's just about selling lots of different products in different types of circles. You know, you could sell one how-to book, one book about how to build a house, one book about self-help. You could have a book about wizards, like a Harry Potter book. Like, there's all kinds of books that get made. And if you cry because a Jordan Peterson one's coming from your company, you're a silly person. You shouldn't be taken seriously. I don't know why they think, it seems like they spread this story as a way to knock Jordan Peterson, when really it makes the publisher and their staffers look ridiculous. It makes Canada look like a bunch of big babies. I mean, the other thing worth noting is, like I was saying, I don't even almost fully understand why Peterson triggers them so much. I mean, he is very calm, milquetoast kind of guy. He sounds like Kermit the Frog when he talks. I mean, he is not a very scary, he doesn't have crazy ideas. Like, he's not this wild racist or anything. He just talks very simply. He tells guys to make their beds and stuff like that, just advising people to have like a clean house, a happy life, things that'll lead them to success and stuff like that. I just don't get the whole outrage from him sometimes. I mean, mean, I also do get it. Like, I understand leftists are triggered about everything, and anyone that steps out of line, especially a successful academic college professor like him, like, I get it in a point, but it's really unjustified. I mean, they're really just scared of someone that's popular. They're scared of someone who is well-spoken and could kind of sway people in the center. So that's why they try to frame him up as being worse than he really is. And that's what's coming on in this story. This is an article from Vice with more details. It says, during a tense town hall, staff cried and expressed dismay with the publishing giant's decision to publish Beyond Order 12 More Rules for Life. Now, the decision is pretty apparent. They want to make money. His first book sold a lot of copies, so obviously they want to sell the sequel. This is a business. I don't know why that choice is so troubling to them. I mean, it's not like the book has any sort of dangerous, sort of bad things in it. It doesn't have advocation for crimes or bad things in it. It's not lying. It's just a self-help book. I mean, I don't get why that would trigger them so much. I don't know why they wouldn't understand why a book company would want to sell a book sequel from a popular author. I mean, that's just good business. It's like a movie studio wanting to make a sequel to a movie that did really well. It's just obvious. I don't know why these people are crying. I guess Canada has a lower threshold for being upset. Several Penguin Random House Canada employees confronted management about the company's decision to publish a new book by controversial Canadian psychologist Jordan Peterson at an emotional town hall Monday, and dozens more have filed anonymous complaints, according to 4 workers who spoke to Vice World News. On Monday, Penguin Random House Canada, Canada's largest book publisher and a subsidiary of Penguin Random House, announced it will be publishing Beyond Order 12 More Rules for Life by Peterson, to be released in March 2021. The book will be published by Portfolio in the US and Penguin Press in the UK, both part of the Penguin Random House empire. 4 Penguin Random House Canada employees who did not want to be named due to concerns over their employment said the company held a town hall about the book Monday, during which executives defended the decision to publish Peterson, while employees cited their concerns about platforming someone who is popular in far-right circles. Wow. Okay, so first of all, these are all anonymous complaints. These are people who won't stand behind what they said. They just want to complain on the internet. They probably sent an email to someone. They might have even attached a picture of them forcing out some crocodile tears, but Peterson's not hurting anyone. If someone is popular in so-called far-right circles, I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, they're trying to imply the far right is some kind of racist, supremacist, evil group or something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know anyone in the far right. I don't know what they mean by far right. Like, I'm just this conservative leaning guy who happened to support Trump. I don't know what they're going for here. Like, if some criminals support Peterson, if people are, I don't know, committing crimes in the name of Jordan Peterson, like, let's see the evidence. Let's see what's going on here. Show me some points where he's actually advising people to do bad things. Otherwise, you're just trying to hype up nothing. They're just trying to pretend this is like some buzzword, like far right circles. Like, they could just be talking about people that vote for Trump. They could just be talking about people who have been conservatives their whole lives. Like, what is far right circles? Like, give me an example, please. He is an icon of hate speech and transphobia, and the fact that he's an icon of white supremacy, regardless of the content of his book. I'm not proud to work for a company that publishes him. A junior employee who is a member of the LGBTQ community and who attended the town hall told Vice World News. Oh, well, if they're a member of the alphabet community, I mean, they have a more important opinion than everyone else. That's how Vice would likely view this. That's how a lot of leftists would view this. Their identity politics are toxic. But that's what the thing, that's what they're pointing out here. They even say, regardless of the content of his book. So they don't even care what's in the book. They just think, hey, this guy shouldn't be able to speak. I don't like him because he's supported and has fans of people I don't like. So he needs to be silenced. I mean, what is an icon of hate speech? What is hate speech? Where is Jordan Peterson's hate speech? Transphobia? This is all ridiculous. Icon of white supremacy. I knew white supremacy would come up somehow out of nowhere. I mean, nothing in this book has to do with any of that. If people happen to read his book and be a part of a bad group, that doesn't have to do with Jordan Peterson. I mean, it's the same kind of thing. Like, Barack Obama just released a book. He wrote a 700-page memoir about himself. One of his multiple memoirs about himself, by the way. Totally conceited and full of himself. But the point is, if Barack Obama wrote a book and then people read it and did bad things, does that mean Barack Obama is a criminal now? Does that mean he doesn't deserve to get his book published? No, it's absolutely insane. And that's actually a pretty good comparison, because Barack Obama was president for 8 years. He killed a lot of people with his drone strikes and his wars, and there was Benghazi that happened under him. Like, a lot of bad bad things happen under the Obama administration at his order. So the fact that he is getting a pass, even though he killed many people with drone strikes, many innocents died, many died in the Middle East wars that were going on, these endless wars. Benghazi happened under his watch, but that's all fine and dandy for leftists. They don't care about actual provable bad things that people did. Like Barack Obama can write a book, but Jordan Peterson, he's some Canadian professor who has been basically out of the limelight for a year trying to recover from a sickness, and now he writes another book and they want to cancel it before it even comes out. They don't even know what's in the book. I thought the book was coming out sooner. It's not even coming till March. It's just getting announced now. But he's evil, white supremacist, bad guy because what? Because they don't like him. It's just totally insane. It's totally unfair, and I just can't believe it. I mean, I'm not even trying to be the biggest Jordan Peterson fan, but he does say a lot of reasonable stuff. He does make good points and goes out there and does the right thing a lot of times. I'm not a big fanboy. This isn't about defending him till the end of time or anything, but it is interesting and it is silly that these alphabet people at the publishing company are crying and trying to undermine his book release and trying to act like he's got all this stuff attached to him: hate speech, transphobia, white supremacy. Total nonsense, totally made up, and just totally irrelevant. And it's very much a played out excuse too. Like, no one buys this crap anymore. That about wraps things up. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you comment your thoughts on everything below. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time.